Hi, so I've managed to get out of the office for a couple of hours today, and the aim being to record this video and maybe a couple of others as well. So HMRC, it's a common topic, it's a common issue that I speak to clients and non-clients about. And typically what it is conversations around how fearful clients or business owners are of HMRC, how they sometimes don't sleep well at night, how they're always concerned about HMRC coming knocking on the door or getting that brown envelope in the post. The conversation I have is there's really no reason to be fearful of HMRC. HMRC is a body that's really just there to collect the taxes that are due, to collect the revenue that needs to go to the revenue, and nothing more than that. If they have nothing to look into, nothing to chase, nothing to follow up, then really they will just leave you alone and let you get on with your business and enable you to continue doing the compliant part of your work that needs to be done. The issue, of course, comes if you're not compliant, if you don't communicate with them, if you don't pay on time, then you will have issues with them. But beyond that, there is nothing to be concerned or afraid or worried about in terms of HMRC. However, having touched on not being compliant, I have had an example or an experience of a former boss was running the business that I worked in, and he felt that he knew a lot more than HMRC did. So the business was very profitable. He was taking a large salary. He was taking lots of dividends and other amounts out of the business. But for some reason, he got into a dispute with HMRC and felt that he didn't owe them the money that they felt was due. So he spent lots of legal fees, lots of tax advisory fees, lots of years disputing the issue with HMRC. And eventually what happened was it just got escalated. The issue got higher and higher within HMRC, and instead of the relatively friendly letters and the occasional calls, they eventually brought in the heavy mob. He essentially paid twice the amount of tax that he should have paid if he just paid it at the right time, first time over. So the message in that is broadly HMRC, in my experience, are quite flexible. They're relatively easy to deal with. They're fairly straightforward. If you communicate with them, they'll usually be quite straight back to you. I've never found them to be completely unhelpful or anything to be fearful of. So that's really what I say to my clients is just be as compliant as you can. Make your payments when you're able to. If you do make errors or mistakes, so there's something inherently wrong, then try and resolve it as quickly as possible. Take some advice from your accountant if necessary. But speak to them, and generally you'll get a good hearing, a fair hearing from them. You might not avoid penalties and interest the whole time, but you won't have them knocking down your door more often than not. The core of it all is your bookkeeping. So bookkeeping is critical, and then it's on top of that you deal with your compliance. You can deal with have your management account,